Why, hello there. This is Marxist, and tonight I'll be casting with the man himself, Shwan.
Hey, man. Also, I'd like to say you're adorable.
Why, thank you. Tonight we'll be bringing you a ESEA Season 15 invite match. It's kind of a preview of what could very well be the third and fourth place land seeds in Lit versus We Love Anime. Lit standing for Lost in Translation.
Yep, and Lost in Translation, I think, is going to be probably the favorite on this one, I would say. What would you say about that being the favorite?
Going into this, I would say that that's probably the assessment most everyone would have, although I do have breaking secret information that Sezco did take an unexpected nap today. And he said he's feeling quite out of it at the moment.
See, that's a big problem because, a nap can go either way. You can wake up from a nap and feel great, or you can wake up from a nap and feel like you wasted a lot of time and just you feel like you woke up in the morning. It's like it can go either way. If it went bad for Sezco, that's bad news. Like, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. A bad nap is something you don't want.
Yes, it can definitely cost you when it comes to a game like this, especially because I do believe that it's still feasible that We Love Anime could secure the third place land spot, which could give you some advantages going into this, since you wouldn't necessarily have to play the number one seed right off the bat.
Right.
And that could have its upsides.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm also told, I also have secret information. Are you ready for it?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. Rumor is that We Love Anime has not played a scrim today. They have 0 warm-up.
Oh, they'll come in fresh and cool, though.
Yeah? Well, I don't know, though.
Ready.
No scrim, possibly a bad nap. I don't know how that turns out.
There's a lot of stuff going on here, and we're still waiting for one person to get in the server. So who would that one person be? It appears to be Decimate, I think. No, Decimate's already in the server. So I don't know who it is. But, that could be its own thing, too.
Yeah, we might as well use this time to run down the rosters then, I guess. Wait up for whoever's missing.
Yeah, may as well. Yeah, you can go ahead and take whichever you prefer.
All right, man. I think I'm gonna take the favorites here. I'm gonna take Lost in Translation. We have Alpha on Medic, Bedonsky on Demo, Decimate on Scout, Sezco on Scout, Mela on Roam, and Smacka on Pocket. And I have to say, I was doing a little bit of research before the game. It seems that Smacka is killing it on Pocket. It seems like he's doing a really great job of doing a really balanced aggression play and doing a lot of damage, taking up a lot of heals, and doing a lot of work for his team. So we definitely should look out for Smacka. And of course, Mela is an excellent roamer, and I'm sure that'll go well. And actually, seeing the dynamic between Mangachu on roamer for the other team and Mela for Lit is going to be interesting. We'll see which one can do more on the middles. I feel like that especially on this map, the middles decide a fair bit of how the rest of the fight's going to go. So what are we looking at for We Love Anime?
So on We Love Anime, we have Jav, the former mostly MGE All-Star, on Scout. Stradivarius, also on Scout. The soldiers for We Love Anime are the up-and-coming, I suppose, newly drawn out of main Mangachu on Roamer, and SS on Pocket, without his longtime medic friend Sparrow. His medic will be Wireless Fox tonight.
Yeah, Sparrow just didn't love anime quite enough. So he didn't make the cut.
He did not get into the fan club. And then lastly, we have Fracture on Demo. And now what is his second season on Demo after having switched over from playing Soldier for seasons upon seasons.
Yeah, and if it's anything like the last match I casted of We Love Anime versus Show Me the Money, we're going to be looking for big things from Fracture and Mangachu. That combo, individually, they're excellent, but on the last game that I casted, they did a really good job of playing off each other, and they opened up so many opportunities for their entire team, almost to the point where as long as their team didn't screw anything up, the round was almost guaranteed when they were working together that well. So I feel like if We Love Anime is going to win this thing, it's got to be... I feel like Fracture and Mangachu are going to do a great job regardless, and if we can get some big... influential plays by any of the other any of the other players, then we'll be looking for a really close match if something like that were to happen.
Indeed, they also were on a team some time ago together, Mangachu and Fracture, as a soldier pair. I can't remember the numbering of the seasons. I think it would have been 13 maybe. And that's probably part of a reason why they have such a good understanding of each other. And like I said in the first game that I cast for Invite, I said in the opening of it, if Smacka has a good game, Lit'll do really, really well. And like you said, he has been really carrying his weight at Pocket, so it's turning out quite well for Lit.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is, now this might just be my ignorance here. Well, it definitely is my ignorance, but wasn't Badonsky a scout?
Yes,
he's playing demo
Badonsky has
now.
made the switch over to demo now.
Interesting.
Yeah,
do you have anything
he's doing
about
quite
that?
well. Yeah, the Lit team in itself is made up of people who have primarily played other classes at different points, with the exception of Sezco, who's pretty much always been a scout. But you've got a lot of that in the off-classing power there. Because Mela's had some seasons as demo, and Smacka obviously has played a lot of different classes. Badonsky, Alpha, who's around, has been played like every class available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Decimate's always been a scout, right? Like, it seems like their scouts are primarily scouts. They're scout-ass scouts. Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like I'm curious to see how Badonsky's going to do, just not because I have any doubts, just because I literally have not seen him play demo before, so it'll be interesting just personally for me to see how that happens. And also, I'm not good with the numbers of the seasons either, but when I was playing for Vector and we were in IM, this might have been 11, 12 maybe? Jav tried out for Vector at one point. Mm-hmm. I think who else? Fracture might have at one point. I don't quite remember. He was definitely a friend of the team. I know him and Ninja Nick would play like Civ 5 for like hours before scrims. And I'm pretty sure Sezco tried out with us at one point too. Like these people, I'm recognizing a lot of names here that are all from kind of when I was most into TF2. So that's kind of exciting. I'm really interested to see how they do against some more popular names like the Smacka, the Mela, the Decimate. So I'm excited. Yeah. I think it's gonna be fun.
It's part of that. What's going on in Invite TF2 right now is a little bit of the changing of the guards sort of thing, where the people that have hung around kind of in IM for a while, or who have been around for a while in those sort of divisions have now finally made it to Invite and are making their names. But it looks like we're going to go live soon, Schwan.
Oh, right.
So I'll give you the honor. I want to give you the honor of the first mid.
Absolutely, I'll definitely take the first mid here. And I think for the first mid, I'm going to watch Smacka just out of pure curiosity. Like I want to see, especially for the viewers at home here, Pocket Soldier isn't always the most straightforward thing on this map, and I enjoy watching what people come up with when they're coming to mid on and this is going to be an aggressive mid, so we'll see how this turns out here. So let's see who's faster here. Looks like they're pretty even here, and we got the Lit taking up the right side. They're spamming. We have the double bomb by the We Love Anime into the IT room, but Lit doesn't seem to be very disturbed by that. They're still pushing up the right side. Not too many frags yet, but a big bomb here. And is he going to get the medic pick? No, he's going to go right up into sewers, and he's going to fight the medic, and he does. No, it hasn't gone down yet. Mangachu's still working on it. Where's the pick? There's the pick on the medic in the sewers. And We Love Anime is going to have a man advantage here, and they're pushing into the sewers right now to see if they can clean up some little extra frags there. And there they go. with the midpoint, and they're going to go on the second easy because their med didn't go down.
Yeah, retaining that medic, unless some massive play is made, that's going to be a guaranteed second for We Love Anime. Mid was really strong from We Love Anime. They ended up pushing Lit back sort of in the little corner in front of the sewer door, and that was that. We are going to see a little bit of a little tiny bit of contesting as Stradivarius goes down to a bit of a sticky trap, and the Uber comes out. So that's going to buy Lit a lot of time, and it's going to put them in a position to have Uber advantage on last, which is always pretty nice. And on process, especially because it's a 40+% advantage, we could see a push out here because this map, as far as last go, it's actually pretty easy to get out of here if you've got your Uber and regain the point.
Yeah, but I would also say that it's at least in my experience, which is limited, but I feel like it is also almost as easy to make them pop the Uber at like the 1 or 2 door and then just back out of the second point unscathed and come back in with, better heals. And here we go. Smacka, the aggressive pocket play right in, picking up Mangachu right off the bat, and he's going deep. Look at this. He's on the choke already, but the blue team, Lit, has already popped their Uber. Red team is not. We Love Anime, and they're all the way back to the choke. It's only a matter of time now before they regroup. Here they are. They're going to regroup and try to retake the Lit's choke point here. And
yeah,
great push by Smacka, but that kind of stuff happens when, it's hard to push from last in any situation. You really got to have everything going for you.
Yeah, it all has to fall into place, and I was really hoping we were going to see a play from Lit there to try and get the Uber out on mid. But we will instead see that Uber come out on second, and just a bloodless retake of second for We Love Anime. And probably in a cycle, but Mela comes in for a play, manages to get one, and we've got a push out now from Lit. So they do manage to pick up Wireless Fox there in that too. A little bit of a back cap, but I think that's going to be dealt with. Medics fighting on the point. Uh-oh, Shwan.
I mean, that was really great by Lit because they let them take the point, and when you're standing on the second point, all you have to do is watch maybe 2 doors, and maybe 3. It might be a little bit hard, actually. They just took advantage of coming through different doors, jumping onto the second point, retaking it really efficiently. But then, We Love Anime scouts did an excellent job of getting some cleanup frags and making sure that point wasn't completely for loss.
Indeed. And then now we're going to see a little bit of a testing out here from Lit. And probably a little bit of the frags coming down, maybe, hopefully. We're getting really close here in choke now. They're just going to be content to spam each other a bit. Mela's pretty hurt over, I don't know where he's gone, but he is Lit wherever he is now. And a little bit of play in sewers as well from Mangachu. So that's going to push them back a bit. And it looks like we might be trying to tease out IT, no? We're just going to see a little bit of a stabilization. Probably now going to see... Oh, no, Jav goes down in IT, so I think that'll be push time.
Yeah, it looks like Smacka's already taken it. The aggressive pocket already on the roll. He's coming through IT, and he has a soldier walking out high ground. He forces to pop that Uber. So far, not so good. But he does get We Love Anime to pop the Uber, but now they have a marginally better Uber, but luckily Lit is already backed out of the point, so minimal casualty there. Only Smacka going down. It looks like we're going to reconnect with Lit in the sewers here, and they're going to try to get out, but we have Fracture trying to sticky their exit, which doesn't actually end up going too well here, and looks like we just did a really hard reset here. We just kind of got a few frags in both ways, but actually no. SS trying to change that. He's coming in from the sewers. They're doing a really good job of coming in through different doors at the same time, spamming out the one door. They're backing up, but we got a good bomb by Mela coming in here. Is he going to get the medic? He does. Excellent job by Mela, and now Lit has the Uber advantage. They have the medic advantage. They have the heals. They can try to retake this, and they should. We have Decimate and Smacka taking out SS, the pocket soldier, and now they're going to retake the second as Decimate does get a kill onto the demo Fracture, but then he's then cleaned up by Mangachu.
I'm sorry to saddle you with this burden, Shwan, but I seem to have crashed.
Oh no!
So I am I'm trying to deal with this now in an appropriate way.
Yeah, no problem at all. We have Sesko picking up Stradivarius, and let me tell you, Marxist, they are pushed back. We Love Anime is pushed back onto second, and the blue team, Lit, has a complete Uber advantage. And the question is, where are they going to take it? They're probably going to go IT, but are they going to send a scout? Is Smacka just going to take it up again? And Smacka does. He gets a pick on Mangachu before they even push into the point. He goes from lower, aggressively bombs onto the point with no protection, and spams out the entire We Love Anime squad out of the one door. I mean, that excellent play here. They still technically have an Uber advantage, but it's getting really thin right now. But something tells me that Smacka is going to try to go for this, because Mangachu is still down, and he's still down for 2 seconds. The only thing is We Love Anime does have a sniper, and to account for that, Lit has popped in the Uber the second they got through that door. We Love Anime is finally forced. They're splitting the Uber a little bit more than they should have, and blue team, Lit, is backing out. Yep, and it looks like We Love Anime got the best of them that time. They probably shouldn't have pushed in on such a small Uber margin, but you know what? Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. And we do have only 2 alive for Lit, and oh man, there's still fighting going on. But no, Mangachu stops the fighting as he picks Sesko on the 2-door, and they're going to try to, finally secure the second point by spamming choke.
I typed in connect info and crashed again, so
hey man,
I swear.
No problem. I'll keep you informed, man. That you're in the correct place. You're going to know about this map, and we do have Jav going up and building a sentry, and not only do we have a sentry, we have my most hated class in the game, the Pyro, with the overheals. We'll see how that goes down here, but we do have Lit. They have an Uber advantage, and I guarantee you they'll go in on it. It's just a question of how are they going to manage the damage between the sentry, between the Pyro, and making sure that they not only get those objectives, but also manage to make We Love Anime pop in a reasonable amount of time. And here's Smacka trying. He goes for the demo pick right off the bat, but he gets stuck in the spawn. We have Bedanski going for the sentry. He goes down, and the red team, We Love Anime, not only did not have an Uber, they also didn't pop it. So we have Smacka going up to the upper bounds here, and he doesn't do much. Oh, he's getting healed, and not a bad recovery, but the sentry is still alive for We Love Anime, so's the medic, and so's the Pyro. And it looks like that Lit is their best bet is to probably leave this one as the scout spams his pistol to try to pick the sentry. But I have a feeling that's not going to happen. As the Pyro finds him, he gets decimate on that top level, and now we are reset again. Although this time, We Love Anime has an Uber advantage, and we'll see if they can actually push in 2 seconds successfully. And they don't have any off classes right now, so it definitely looks like they're going to do that. We have a bomb coming in with a good Uber pop, but it looks like Lit is doing a really good job of getting their team out of choke completely. Mela and Smacka goes down, and Lit is pushing in again on that, even though Smacka and Mela are down. Like, this is a ballsy play, and that scout is trying to punish it, but he does go down to Sesko, and now the blue team's Uber is finally popped, as it looks like Stradivarius does go down, and it looks like they're just going to cap that second and start already fighting on last. The medic goes down, and Sesko goes down right after the medic pick. A pretty good trade. And we have the medic using needles here.
There.
Alert, our last control point.
Oh,
we got I am now in.
Awesome.
We're good. Sesko definitely wasn't asleep there. Took out Scout, got a med, and then the med almost manages to take down a soldier. Got him to 3 health. Good old Mangachu was the one that got dealt with there. Now we're just going to see, again, a hard reset where both teams are kind of just chilling here. We might see a little bit of action teasing out, especially because we have a Mangachu spy. But now Jav goes down in the lobby, so I don't know what's going to become of that. All eyes will be pretty much on... No, we've given up the spy play. A little bit of a push comes in now, trying to take out the heavy. Strat goes down, decimate to the point. Oh, I don't know, Med's on there, so that's going to be Lit.
Yeah, Lit did a great job there. They knew they had a 2-man advantage. They made sure, but they didn't go in too quick. They made sure their entire team was healed up. They went in, they got the demo pick incredibly fast, and then everyone focused frags and got on the point. That is the example of how you cap process with any sort of advantage. And it looks like the red demo, we have Fracture getting to mid a little bit earlier this time than Lit's demo, and the scouts are taking to the high ground here. We don't see too many frags going on just yet. It looks like SS is just waiting, he's spamming downwards, but nothing's really contesting him. It's a really interesting mid so far, but we do have Mela and Smacka taking out Fracture and Mangachu, and it looks like because of that, We Love Anime have to back out of the point, and Lit not only wins that mid, but wins that mid without dropping not only the medic, but no one on their team died.
Yeah, they made it through that unscathed. It was another real slow developing mid where they kind of just spammed at each other until they got an opening that they liked, and they ended up taking down Fracture and Mangachu in the same little space of time. And Wireless Fox gets forced in the lobby, so we're going to see a little bit of an Uber exchange here on second, which will not go in Anime's favor in any way, shape, or form. And we'll probably see a quick lit push in. I like to call these little push until somebody dies type pushes. But Alpha goes down from behind from Mangachu, so that's definitely going to wreck the push there. And it'll just be cleaning up people on last tier for the most part. And then probably a push out from We Love Anime unless Cisco can go massive.
Yeah, you were absolutely right. That's exactly what that was. They should have left once someone died. They didn't, and they lost the point. But it's really hard to push on spawns that are going, oh my god, we have a back cap! Decimate! You know, I have a feeling that he was hiding in that upper area again. He tried that last round, it didn't work out, and maybe this time they forgot to check. I personally didn't see it. I hope someone got it. I didn't.
Yeah, I saw that he got on the point, but I don't know where he was there. They seemed to flood out lobbies, so that might have given him a bit of chance. See, pretty much even times here between Fracture and Badonsky, but a real early bomb takes out Badonsky after the sticky comes down on him. Not good to lose your demo first at mid. That's usually a kiss of death, so we'll see what can become of it. Probably going to see Mangachu comes back out of IT, and that'll just end it. Sesko's going to go down in the choke as well, so they're just going to kind of lick their wounds here on second. A little bit of a push-up coming up from SS. But I don't know that they'll be able to stay in this. A little bit of a bomb comes down. Medic surfing around. Mela can't finish it with the second rocket.
Yep, and they take a lot of damage in the meantime, and they have to, you know, like you said, they gotta lick their wounds, man. They gotta just stop for a little bit, get those heals up, and try to figure out another way to go back in. Mela is still down. I don't know what their plan necessarily is, but they are overloading the sewer area. However, Mangachu goes down, which they definitely didn't expect, because now they're backing out, and we're going to have another reset here. But the question is are they going to take advantage of Mangachu being down, lit? And they are. It looks like that Smacka coming through the IT. They pop the Uber much earlier than Wireless Fox. Wireless Fox just now popped the Uber, which means Smacka's got to get out of that choke area, and it's getting spammed hard. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to do. And as we're saying that, Badonsky goes down to Fracture and SS, and We Love Anime in a great position to take over the second point, and possibly the last point, considering the Uber advantage they just gained from that. And we have a fight going on in sewers where Mangachu picks up Mela. Even more decisive victory here, and we need to make sure that they cap that point. And actually, they don't end up having too much of an advantage there. As a matter of fact, Lit has a little bit more somehow. I overlooked that.
Yeah, they just pulled their medic out there. Alpha got out nice and quick, and then things turned out well for them, at least in the building department. So they'll at least get the chance to defend last, and we do have the double scout off class. So we've got Decimate on the sniper, which he's pretty good at. I'll leave it at that. And Sesko on heavy. So, and a Mangachu sniper already, so they're already prepped for the sniper on sniper waiting game.
Yep. And I feel like Decimate will have the advantage here. However, the last time I casted Mangachu, it was not wise to doubt him. So I feel like maybe watching the snipers right now would be an extremely good idea, because one of them is going to make something happen here. Or I'm just going to lie, and Mela's going to get picked by, or Mela's going to pick Mangachu, and it looks like Smacka wants to go on that. He's spamming, but he's getting way overrun here by We Love Anime, doing a great job. But wow, they pop. Mela makes them pop when he's not even around. Just the thought of maybe him coming back makes them pop, and Smacka takes full advantage of that, popping the Uber through, and now he's chasing them all the way through choke, all the way to mid, and we do have Mela coming in from behind here with the bomb, but he goes down. Stradivarius, good game sense, protects his medic, who is, by the way, was at 20 health. All he needed to do was one rocket, and Stradivarius said, no way.
Yep, and that's what scouts are for, Shwan. A little bit of fighting in the IT. But that's going to back out Lit Scouts. They brought... Everybody's still standing kind of over there by the IT door. So we'll probably see a bit of a reset here. Nice, and we're kind of stuck over this second point. Nobody can really make it happen for long enough. We've seen We Love Anime go in a couple times now and then not be able to finish it off.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because, you can bomb a Roman soldier in, but... at this level of play, it's very unlikely even though it's Mangachu, that you're going to get Alpha to pop. The other thing you could do is you could try overloading sewers, which they did once, which worked kind of well because their flank ended up picking up Mangachu as well. But right now, it's just we don't. It doesn't necessarily look like they're going for anything in particular, and they're gonna have to figure out what they want to do exactly to get in. And oh my God, Mangachu! Not only does he make the medic pop, he kills the medic and he kills the pocket. And I'm sure We Love Anime are going to go in on this at some point here. Here they are. They're coming through IT.
Pretty massive play there. So now the name of this game is Does Wireless Fox Get Forced? Sezco's going in for it, but he can't get it. So that's going to be a quick cap here. I would like to see We Love Anime just go ahead and push, but they got a little bit of a Mangachu to deal, or Mela rather, to deal with. So now they're going in, and we should see a quick Uber out here. We've already got Fracture in last, trying to fight stuff. The Uber comes out, decimates an immediate casualty. Trying to go for the medic still is SS. Not really going to pick that frag up, down to 20 health. Trying to focus on other people. Got the Pyro on the point, reflecting rockets. And that'll probably be the end of that, unless Stradivarius gets in here. He does decide to go in for a little bit of a peeky, but he's running away now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of those pushes where if you go in, you gotta kill the people that are fragging, or you gotta get on the point. And they didn't really do either of those things particularly well, and you're gonna lose that point, especially when there's a Pyro sitting there reflecting. And like I said before, I shouldn't doubt Mangachu. Like, not only did he get in the pop, he got 2 kills on the combo. That's incredible, but their team actually doesn't gain that much ground for it. If anything, at the end, they ended up losing ground, which is interesting. Possibly doesn't bode well here. They might have to step it up a little bit here. But it looks like Lit is pushing in, but it's going to be a huge bomb by Mangachu, making them pop instantly through that door, and Split. Perfect job by Mangachu. Wireless Fox now has 80% Uber, and it's possible that he can retake this point, although I don't think Smack is going to let him do that, as they are pushing through Choke, and they're getting right into there, even though Wireless Fox has a full Uber advantage. He pops on Fracture, on SS, and oh man, what a great pipe by Fracture into Smacka, gets the kill, and now he's on the high ground. It's only a matter of time here before, oh no, we have a great bomb by Mela, picking up Wireless Fox, and wow, that really turned the mid around here, as the 2 scouts are going to fight 1 scout with 1 soldier on the high ground. Decimate does not care about the high ground, takes out SS with a beautiful display of DM there, and we only have Mangachu alive, who's in the... he's giving them hell, though. He's making them work for this, as Decimate finally gets that kill, and they get the 2nd point.
He tried his darndest to make that take as long as possible, but yeah, that play on mid was great. In that, Alpha went down almost immediately after the Uber, and they did manage to get the force out on the forward point, which is a play that I adore. And then Mela manages to realize the gravity of the situation and used his life to get rid of Wireless Fox. So that was huge, and his team ends up picking up the rest of the frags after that. It was great.
Yeah, really excellent play there. And looking at last, we have another turtling setup here. We have a sniper on Mangachu and an engineer on Stradivarius, and you know, I'm curious to see what turtling strat on last works the best here. It seems like we're seeing every sort of combination you can possibly get, as Mangachu does get a headshot on Mela. Excellent frag here. Again, gotta keep watching Mangachu. No matter what I say, he does a really good job. And here we go. We have SS checking for stickies, implying that he's going to try to go for something here now that Mela's down, which is probably a good idea. Stickies are completely clear. He's going to pop onto the 2nd point, trying to kill the demo. Demo gets out choke, and now he really can't find anyone. It's one of those awkward Ubers you never want to have happen. And it looks like that Lit just wrapped around with their Uber of their own. They're on the point, and all he has to do right now is shoot rockets into the point and wait for his team to get here, which they do. We have great stickies coming out for Badonsky. Clears the point out, and blue team caps that point easy peasy.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about that when we had a demo dying in lobby. That was not part of the plan, but it turned out okay. Lit got in there nice and quick. So
yeah, I mean, the wraparounds are always rewarding to do. Like, I love to see the wraparound plays, because you saw what happened with SS. He came under, popped the Uber, couldn't find the team that he popped the Uber for in the first place. Where are they? They're on your last, and now the round's over. Like, I love when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, rep plays and forcing on the forward point are my 2 favorite things in TF2, and they just happened. They happened right back to back. So pretty much confirmed Lit fanboy at this point for me. But sadly, we do have a 3-0 going into halftime, but hopefully, for the sake of getting some rounds here, we'll see Wireless Fox and the boys on We Love Anime kind of talk things out and figure out why they're allowing these terrible things to happen to them.
And the thing is, like, it is 3 at the half, and it was pretty decisive in the favor of Lit. However, We Love Anime isn't failing to make exciting TF2 happen, which really, that's what we all like. We're all fans of exciting TF2, and it's happening here, regardless of the score, so I'm having a good time.
Mm-hmm. It's a good game so far. Mids are pretty strange. Usually see a lot more commitment, especially given how it's not like both teams are just standing in choke, not doing anything. They're right up on each other, but they just stay nice and far apart until somebody gets that lit call. So that's pretty highly organized TF2 that you're witnessing there.
Yeah, and the last time I casted We Love Anime, they did a much better job on this mid, or not, it wasn't this mid, but on mids in general, and it seemed like Fracture and Mangachu were communicating a little bit more in the prior weeks than they are right now. The last time I casted this pair, Fracture is putting a huge amount of damage onto everyone, calling it, Mangachu jump in, 2 kills at the middle point. We gotta hope that we start seeing that here so we have a little bit more exciting game score-wise as the match goes live. And you know what? I don't know who I want to watch here. I feel like I want to watch Mela, but you know what? I'm going for it. I'm going to watch Mela. We're going to see what he's doing here. Oh man, shaking the screen a lot, making me nauseous. I hate when people do that. He's doing the fast roll out here, trying to steal that health pack. Whoa, gets a huge frag on the demo there on Fracture. This mid is completely open now for Lit, and it should only be a matter of time before... Yep, we got a nope call out here, and they're taking over the midpoint and pushing in the second.
Yeah, your demo goes down that early. It's pretty much just GG for mid. We do have a little bit of a weird push coming from Smacka, kind of shot himself down to the ground. But Jav's going to go down to Sesko, Decimate's going to get picked up by Mangachu, Mela's going to get some roamer-on-roamer violence, and Cisco will go down over on the side as well, and the force comes out from Mela. So we have Alpha just chilling back on the second point. Oh, and an air shot too from Badonsky with a pipe. So we've got a preserved Uber, so this is going to be, unless a dreadful mistake occurs on Lit's part, we're going to have a really fast round here.
Yeah, and they've messed that up before in the past. I mean, they've done this exact push and not focused enough people fragging classes and didn't get on the point enough, and looks like they're kind of doing the same thing again. They're letting that heavy get away with a little bit too much, but it might not end up mattering as they still have a man advantage, and a full overheal on Sesko with Badonsky coming back in with a spam. Doing a really good job. Look at that spam, just huge. You can't lose a fight when you have a demo that's doing that kind of work, and they go away with a great round. And I have to say, boy, did I call watching Mela.
That was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Sean.
So who are you watching, man? What are you doing?
I might check out the Donsky on this one,
okay,
since we haven't really given him much love, and we discussed his former scouting ways. We see a big bomb coming from Mangachu, but no shots taken on Badonsky. And another slow, sort of developing mid here with nobody's demo dying immediately. We got a scout that kind of went for a ride into the skybox in Stradivarius, but now we have a bit of a push-up here from Jab, and they're going to fall out, but Decimate and Smacka will combine to take out Mangachu and Wireless. So Alpha's backed out now. It's got Sesko there to protect him, but we'll probably see a push back in. Mela goes down on mid as well. So we'll see if We Love Anime decides to take this forward to try and figure out what to do.
Yeah, and we've seen this not work out for We Love Anime in the past. Remember, they got on the second, they thought they had it, and then here comes Smacka, just boom, just completely takes over the point. So it really, and it looks like they're not even going to give them that much ground, which they shouldn't. And that mid was also very interesting. Like you said, it keeps developing, and the key there was Mangachu. He got behind them, and we got a huge bomb here by Mangachu. He's still going for it, and he does end up making them pop the Uber. Badonsky does end up getting the kill, but the Uber's been popped, the damage has been done, and they do get the midpoint, but I don't think they're going to be able to get too much more after that unless Badonsky does a really good job here getting spam, which it looks like, we're just going to have a reset here, but you know, like I was saying, Mangachu did a great job on that mid. He bombed the health pack, got the health pack, went through IT and flanked them through choke and really opened up that mid there. And now it looks like they're still kind of passively fighting for ground here in the IT room as SS is getting really close up here on Smack. It gets him down to 19 health and kills him, finishes it off. And now it really opens up the mid here, but look what we got here. We got him. We got him. Oh, what's he gonna do? I can't find his name here. I think that's Mangachu. No, it's not. It's Mela. I messed up. He had a great spot there, but it didn't actually end up with much, and he's still alive back there somewhere. It begs the question if they're going to go back for him or not. But man, what a series of events
they may
there.
not even know that he's there. Yeah, they definitely know he's there. Strat's going and looking for him. But he's on mid, going for the med. Med gets a nice little surf there from Wireless Fox and can't finish it up. But Badonsky, demo on demo violence, kills Fracture. And we'll see a recap here, maybe, possibly, no. Badonsky goes down, so that's probably going to be the end of Blitz 4 right here. But they're sticking with it. They want Wireless Fox, and they're not going to get him.
Yeah, Smacker's aggression just not paying off in that particular instance, and he even pulled out the equalizer to ensure that he got crit for that kill. And we have them pushing in the second here, and like I said, this has gone badly for him before. Like, are they going to pop out from all three of these doors and take over the point? It looks like they're not so keen on doing so, especially because Wireless Fox has 100 Uber when Pascal only has 57 here, and they do run the heavy at last, but nothing else. No sniper this time. Just the heavy. Oh! I spoke too soon. We got Decimate on the sniper, and we don't have an off class yet for Mangachu, but I'm sure that's coming if they don't get a good push in here. But they're trying to go for the far right strat, which I'm assuming they don't want to pop that Uber very soon. So yeah, they got spammed a little bit too much, and they kind of, they didn't want to do that idea so much anymore once that happens. And they still got to worry about that sniper. So Wireless Fox is doing a good job of making sure to keep those sight lines under control. But he's got to watch both these doors carefully. He does pop. We're going in on SS here. And he's gonna finally make lit pop, but he gets split off from his medic, and there's no way for them to get into this last point here. It is completely and utterly defended, and the question is, Mela does get a pick on Mangachu, and it looks like we have Smacka going through the lobby here. He's going upper lobby. What's he gonna do with it? We have a scout that he doesn't know about right above him. Is he gonna find him? He does, but we got a good bomb coming out here from SS. It doesn't do much, but it does deter them from pushing out to what they already would have done otherwise. And we have the demo getting good spam Fracture, but he's going to go down pretty soon here. No, he's not. Great job by Stradivarius keeping that demo alive, and they're going to push in the last here.
Yeah, and this should be pretty dominant. So we're going to see a round go down for We Love Anime. They get that one, so it's 4-1. The push out there just didn't quite turn out right, and then they ended up losing their med, so that'll be the end of that deal for you in 99% of cases. So we got another mid coming here. Looks again evensies. We are going to have a really big jump from Mela again. He's not going to take it the whole way. Mangachu does kind of the same thing. Going to go right onto Sesko and get him straight away. Don't want to lose your scouts that early at mid typically. And now we're just going to see a little bit of soldiers taking over the right from Lit. And Mela's going to go down, so that'll be the end of things for Lit. I don't think we'll lose anybody else. Nope. So probably going to get to be treated to another edition of figure out where they're going to try to come in. It looks like they're in sewer, and they're going to get good position onto the second point. We got Smacka trying to at least dissuade them from pushing in here. And we're probably going to see a straight-up Uber engagement here. Ubers are popped about the same time, so they're going to do that awkward sort of thing that pockets do where they try to body block each other. And Sesko's going to go down. Decimate's going to go down. Smacka is going to go on to Wireless Fox. Medics are being traded here. But We Love Anime is going to get the second point handily and probably have a whole ton of people on last already.
Look at that. 3 people already sit down last, and the spawns are sticky. Absolutely. That's what happens when you wipe on second. And this is looking really, really good for Live Anime because 2 minutes in a row now, Mangachu made the plays, their team reacted on it, and won handily. If they can keep doing that, we have a game on our hands here, and it looks like we're going to mid. We have another mid fight here. It looks like not Blue, sorry. It looks like Fracture is significantly faster than Badonsky this time. He's just pushing right across the point here, trying to get as much spam as he can on the choke. But, I have a feeling this is just going to be the same kind of mid we've been looking at this entire time. But Mela does pick Mangachu, so Mangachu's down. Their playmaker is down. I don't know how this is going to end up turning out for them. We do have Decimate taking down SS as Lit slowly pushes across that point. I'm sure they'll keep someone back to cap it, but they want blood. They want more. They're going into second, and it looks like we have Wireless Fox trying to get into that lower lobby area, save himself, and man, Lit just not only takes over mid, but takes over second with only getting like 1 or 2 frags. It's pretty impressive, and they're still fighting. They're still spamming each other in the flanks here, and there we go. It looks like we're going to settle down pretty soon here, I would hope, but no, absolutely not. Wireless Fox pops the Uber, Lit pops the Uber, and now they're going to cap second, and they do have a man advantage, and they're going to want to take this into last. The question is how they're going to do it. It looks like we have Pascal and Smacka going into the lobby, and they're just going to go from the left lobby there, and we have the demo spam. Doing a good job, but you know what? They take a lot of spam in return, and it doesn't look like they're getting in here too efficiently as Decimate picks off SS.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a flank coming down through behind from, that was Stradivarius there going down. He did take out Smacka, though, in that, so we're going to see a second retake for We Love Anime. Ubers are basically even, so that'll probably be the end of that. But yeah, that was excellent forward pressure from Lit there, but they got a little too excited, I think, and things just didn't go their way. And we did see a pretty interesting instance of why you don't want to run away through the lower side area. I guess maybe We Love Anime thought they might come through IT or something on them, and then they just got totally surprised when there was another team on their point. On their heads.
And I feel like when I said things should calm down, I feel like they probably should have calmed down. That would have been in the favor of Lit if they could just kind of control that area instead of just trying to take, you know, additional ground. I think that would have worked out real well for them. Kind of regain your ground, regain your composure, and then go in for the next push here. But we do have a stalemate here. It looks like we have Lit. They're not really trying anything yet. And matter of fact, we do have Mela just sitting up right above the IT door, just hoping someone comes. You know what? He might even been AFK, because now he's walking around. He might have been AFK, but it looks like we have a double soldier push right through IT. Some really good spam on the scouts, but doesn't end up converting any frags. And they're really overloading this IT side. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this with all the spam that's going to inevitably be coming out on them here. And we have SS going really aggressive into them through IT, and, you know, they get scared off. That was just SS and a little bit of additional spam scaring off about 4 people there, and that's what happens when you have a really crowded room that you're trying to push through.
Yeah, IT is sort of the roamer's playground on this map if he's up there behind that wall. It's as long as he sees you coming in, it's almost impossible to get any number of people through there on him, but it looks like Lit's going to go ahead and go in. They saw the sticky trap det, and they're going to come through and force the med there. And a little bit of fighting going down still, but Pascal there, who I believe is Alpha, still has Uber coming through IT. And we're going to see an Uber on Sezco. We're going to carry it through the last takeout. SS Med is isolated. And I don't know, Shwan, I think this is probably the end of our game. With only Fracture and Jav really up to
but Fracture with the 2 kills on Smacka and Pascal. You know, man. What a great play there. That might have saved them the round. But you know what? We still have a man advantage here for Lit, but they do go down to Jav. And what a great job by Fracture. Again, one of the power players on this team saving that entire round.
Yeah, those 360 he threw into that doorway there just landed perfectly and took care of everything. All the problems melted away after that. And now we'll see a push out from We Love Anime. Gonna get the second point. Mela's already dead, so I don't think any plays are going to be made of any substance. Might have something. Nope, nothing in the sewers. So, again, Ubers are pretty easy, but it looks like We Love Anime really wants to carry through this choke if they can get through. And we'll see SS at least try to get up on the rock, but he's gonna back out. Jab's trying to come through sewers, can't do it. Pretty aggressive play there from We Love Anime, but just a little too much spam on all the doors for them to get through. And they're going to cycle over to IT, maybe hope that they're out of position. And the Uber's going to be forced, coming out of IT. SS gets rejected pretty hard, but Fracture's going to jump around to the other health pack, take out Sezco. He's in the enemy IT right now. And the big push comes through through choke for We Love Anime. Decimate, Badonsky all go down. And Mela gets a little bit of the scatter air shoot too, so that play turned out pretty well, especially for the unorthodox Fracture to IT move.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it doesn't like it's a very risky move to just send your pocket right into mid from that IT area like SS did. I mean, he was in the red health, and the key there is if you're going to do that, your team has to know, and your team has to go and react to it perfectly by coming in at the correct time and actually, getting a good amount of damage and or frags out, and they did just that. That was a beautiful display of coordination, and it looks like we're checking stickies here. I don't know what's going on, but we do have a lit sniper and a lit heavy, but we do have a significant advantage by Wireless Fox, so they're going to go in from the middle. They're going to pop just right off the bat. They don't want to deal with a sniper, but they got to worry about this point because they're certainly not going to get up there. And, Pascal's slowly building that Uber, but the blue team, Lit, doing a good job of getting that medic space, and we do have Mangachu picking Pascal. They have WeLoveAnime has a beautiful med advantage, and they're going to take that point easy with 3-4 alive.
Yeah, we're starting to get in the pressure time where that heart rate starts going up and mistakes start to get made, because we're in tie game territory. I don't know what the time limit is like, but I think we're probably pretty okay there. So a tie game could be pretty interesting. Big bomb coming through. Mela and Mangachu almost have a little kiss there in exchange. And mid there, but Mangachu's gonna go down. Cisco's gonna grab him. WeLoveAnime is good position on top of the crates. We'll have to see a play come out from our guys in red and lit, and that'll be done by Decimate taking out SS. So they're gonna bail as WeLoveAnime, and being pursued by Decimate and Sesko even through the choke. They're gonna back off, don't like that, but Sesko's gonna go down to a little bit of a lucky shot from Jab. So we'll see what they decide to
I think
do.
we might have a wrapper in our hand. Nope, they think they wrap around. They're coming back choke. They got their senses back to them. Mangachu's getting healed up. Jab does get a pick on Decimate here, and we have a really aggressive Stradivarius here with a good job getting them to pop along with the fracture damage. And we have WeLoveAnime pushing through the choke here. We got high ground advantage here, but we have a good bomb coming in here by Mela, but gets taken down by Mangachu here. WeLoveAnime has a significant man advantage here, and it looks like they're going to try to funnel them out of the choke area by taking a lot of spam, and Badonsky goes down by Mangachu. Another great play, and we might have a little flank here going on in the sewers, and no, he's going to go right back to his team, and we're going to try to get that second point. I mean, their demo's down for an additional 10 seconds, so they're going to go in on this. And we have SS leading the charge here with Fracture right behind him. I don't know where Mangachu is. I'm sure that's going to be the wild card. Speaking of, there he is, going for the bomb. No, he does not get the medic, and he does go down by the hands of Decimate. And we have a scout fighting here in the lower lobby, but he does get finally taken out by the pistol of Decimate. And right now, Lit has a significant man advantage, and they're going to try to push them out of their zone as we have them bombing into the sewers where they take out Stradivarius, and now they're going to be pushing into mid here, and they have a full 6 where the other team only has 3 alive, plus the spawners. And wow, we have someone just going towards the forward. No, he's backing out. Mela doesn't want it. And now they're at mid, but we have an Uber popped in here by SS. Finally, the red team does pop. We have Fracture, maybe Crater, but lands on a health pack instead. Still fighting the good fight, but man, Lit doing a good job of retaking that point there. And we have some high ground fighting here by Smacka and SS, who craters. And towards the mid fight, looking on here, we have Sesko being healed by the medic, followed closely by the other scout here. And they're going in, Decimate, and they force them completely out of second. I mean, what an excellent play here.
Yeah, it was 2 mistakes in a row from WeLoveAnime where they tried to go in a little too cautiously when they were pushing into second, and they ended up getting burnt pretty badly by it and losing 2 people. And then they tried to stop a point that was already almost exactly full cap, and they tried to do it with 2 people in the Uber, and they ended up losing both. So in the after Uber fight. So now they're in this dire position where they have to hold this last, and they have to make sure that none of the shenanigans coming out of Lit will cause them to lose the round. And I don't know what, well, I hope to see a suicide play at some point here, unless Smacka and company decide to go for the honorable option of Uber versus Engineer Sniper. But I don't really think they're going to be into that idea, especially once they see the gun.
Yeah, and it's incredibly hard to bomb into a gun as well, so it's got to be, I don't know. I mean, no one from Lit has sacked yet. We still have everyone alive. No one's even looking to stack. So it seems like they're going to try to, my guess is they try to do like a slow push here, but, I fear that potentially the bus has been parked. This is tough.
That could be a possibility. The other idea I sort of had running through my mind when Mela was peeking around there is that maybe they're going to try to set something up where they could take out the gun and then run their suicide. But it looks like we got Cisco coming in. He's going to just try and have a little 1v1 with Mangachu, and he unfortunately won't be able to win that, so they're going to have the Cisco sniper, I believe, come out, and pressure coming down too, and a pop out. No, not a pop. I mistook that. I saw SS's health rapidly changing, so I got concerned.
But you know what? They might be popping soon. And Smack is being really aggressive in here. He does make Wireless Fox pop, but you know what? So does Pascal. The Ubers are a little bit better here for Lit's team, but they don't kill the sentry. The Pyro is not pressured, and only 2 people from the from Wheel of Anime, or I'm sorry, yeah, Wheel of Anime are dead. But you know what? Doing a good job here. They have a 2-man advantage. All they gotta do is keep this up. A great snipe on a Stradivarius from Sesko, and now all Lit has to do is swarm the point and keep that control. But the Heavy comes out of the left side, picks the medic, but you know what? It's all for none, as the final score here is 5-3. Lit beats We Love Anime.
I was pretty worried going into that, seeing Sesko at sniper when they went ahead and pushed it anyways. But Sesko managed to secure several picks from his little sniper perch there in the doorway, so yeah. He dealt them a pretty mortal blow there. So, 5-3, solid.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it was 3-0 at the half. You know, they got those 3 rounds. If they just did a little bit better in the first half, you know, it could have been anyone's game. And I feel like towards the end, they really, you know, I feel like Mangachu did a really good job, especially in that second half, making opportunities, you know, like just, you know, man, I just don't know how to explain it. He did a good job of getting, you know, 1 pick here, of distracting, but, you know, the extra frags weren't there, and, you know, potentially Mela was doing a little bit of a better job for the other team, and that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. We did see a lot of really great plays too. I want to mainly the wrap and the forward pressure from Lit. We did see a couple big plays come out from Mangachu as well. They're always fun to watch.
Oh, the rap. I forgot about the rap.
The rap. I got a big question for you there, Schwan, buddy.
Yeah?
Would you want to do an interview with the Lit people? I have them on the contact.
Oh, man.
Do a little post-game chat?
Yeah, sure. Let's get the winners in here. What are you curious to ask? I just did a
All
Futurama
sorts of
thing.
things.
Yeah.
What are you curious to
I said axe instead of ask.
Well, what can you do?
You know, it's a Futurama joke. It's not a mispronunciation, you know? Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, Decimate left the server and said he didn't like Illinois, yet he did pretty well. So I wonder what's up with that. I wonder how concerned they were about Mangachu coming in, because he does have a reputation, Marxist.
He does. And Process is a map where Roamer can really make a difference because of all the ramp slides and different possibilities you have there to sort of just arrive.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what I realized? That entire cast, we did not check the stats at all.
No, we didn't even need to.
No, we didn't need to. But, you know, it might be a good idea. And I'm looking at the stats now. And, you know, it's my first time looking at it. You know, looking through. What do we got? We got big damage coming out from Badonsky, and it looks like that Smacka actually had less damage than Mela, which is a little bit interesting there, but still cool. Which I like to see Roman soldiers get more damage. I love, you know, I'm not necessarily sure how that all happens, but I'm glad it does, because it means more exciting TF2 generally. Sesko, how's it going? I
am tired.
You're tired? Now, before the cast started, we talked about your nap, and the question on everyone's mind is, as we're well aware, like I said, naps can go 2 ways. You know, you can wake up feeling terrible or wake up feeling better than you've ever felt before. So I'm kind of curious, what kind of a nap were you playing off of today?
You know the nap where you have crust in your eyes?
Oh, no.
Yeah, where you try to open them and legitimately one eye was so closed that I had to shower. I couldn't even wash my face. So then I get in there, and then Alpha's barking at me. Oh, we got a scrim. Where are you? And I'm meandering to my computer.
One eye open, trying to find it.
I'm like, I haven't played this game for like 4 days. This is not good.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. So you had a bad nap. You haven't played for 4 days. and you performed like that. That's well done, sir. And I have to say, do you think the shower counteracted the bad nap at all? Was it a good shower?
It was an excellent shower.
All right, man. That's good to know.
Did you or did you not use the champ?
I did use Garnier Fructis. Shout out to Garnier Fructis.
So we got Mela here as well.
Hi.
How'd you feel about that one, Mela? I saw a lot of roamer on roamer violence out of you. We don't get to see that every day.
Pretty good. I definitely played a better first half. Like the rounds when we started losing, I was doing like nothing. But yeah, I thought I did okay. And I outdamaged Podonsky by 3, so later nerd.
So you got half a shotgun on point, and there it goes. More damage than Podonsky. It's over. And my question, either for either of you, is what was your biggest concern coming into this map? Because Mangechu does come with, I'm not going to say a stigma for cheesy plays and off-classing, but I guess I already did, so it's too late for that. Were you worried about what Mangechu might throw at you?
No. I was worried about his sniping if he did it, because his sniper has been pretty good lately. I was more worried about their scouts, because I can't... If you would ever watch me on any of my rollouts, I cannot do that jump, like...
Man, I want to let you know something. We did not watch you once. However, no. Here's the kicker. We didn't watch you until I insisted that we watch you, and not only did you get the jump perfectly, you picked Fracture in like about 1.5 rockets. So we got your good side. You don't have to worry about it. I got your back.
I missed it every other rollout except for that one time. So every minute I'm kind of just stuck trying to jump, but it's impossible to jump anything because there's so much terrain that scouts can jump on. So
we just call that a delayed jump.
And one of these days, I'm going to have to learn how to do that.
Either way, like when the mids that we would lose, we would try something different. So one of the suggestions was to go IT to counterbalance the soldier. Well, if he's got gunboats and he takes one jump, he's at 250. So I have to hit 3 shotguns, totaling at that. So even if I do 200 damage, he still has the advantage. So I was I'll say I lost us 2 mids.
Yeah, and I would say that being
we
an
were
IT...
trying stuff, and that's fine.
Yeah, and I would say that being an IT isn't necessarily scout-friendly. Would you agree?
No, and then when Mela went, he's like, oh, I'll just show you up and just 2-racket him.
Absolutely. And I guess my last question, unless Marxist has anything else to add, is we saw a lot of kind of waiting around on mids, waiting for someone to get a pick. Is that complete, like, because it is hard to maintain a certain amount of spam to where the other team doesn't charge into you, you don't charge into them, and someone has to make a play. Is that a lot of pressure on you, Mela? Is that not your job? Are you guys doing that on purpose? What's kind of your general outlook on going to those mids on process?
It's kind of like, if I don't do the jump right away, I kind of like sit back and I jump and then fall back and then jump and then fall back. Like, I'll just keep jumping and distracting and like doing a little bit of damage.
And I guess my question to Sezco to go along with that is, how hard is it to not, because we're not, it's very clear that you're not going on anything particular at mid until, someone gets that frag. But in the meantime, you still have people spamming you, and you're a scout. Is it difficult to kind of shake that spam off you, not take the spam in the first place, and hold back on that aggression until something opens up that you can see a clear opening for?
Indubitably. I'm going to use that word.
Nice.
So, I'm quite aggressive, and starting this season, I had to fix that. Let's put it that way. I was never really challenged in the, if I would just push across the point, I would be able to get away with things that I normally wouldn't be able to. Now that you're in a different division, you have to take things a lot more differently. You have to get the lay of the land. You need to know what your teammates are spamming, or if your teammates actually need help. So you can actually be at an advantage defending your demo instead of pushing theirs. So you can work the man advantage in multiple ways. So honestly, patience is a virtue at mid, but I'm pretty sure Marxist has a bunch of good videos on YouTube where he talks about all this scout playing where you shouldn't cross the line of scrimmage, and it's honestly true for, I would say, 90% of all the mids that you take.
Well, you know what that means. You just said the words line of scrimmage. All right, we got to up the production value here. We need the yellow line. Dash has to get on it, get the yellow line out at mid, draw that line, and not to go over it until Mela does something fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's my theory of Scout is that you're essentially like, playing hockey or soccer, right? Like there are certain players that just can't do certain things until a certain condition is met. And that's early on a lot of Scout players tend to violate those rules and go off sides, and then they either get a massive play or they just die, and then their team is totally screwed because scouts have this kind of power about them at mid where, especially, Mela would know being a roamer, you really don't, the worst thing in the whole entire world is you do a jump to go kill somebody and then all of a sudden there's just a scout in your way, because then your mid is over and so is your life for the next 15 seconds or so. So it's a major deciding factor for a lot of things, and a lot of scouts don't understand that sort of influence that they have over other players just by being alive.
And that's what separates Sesko from the main riffraff. Well, I am
Sesko
clean
was
out of
on my
questions here,
main
Mike.
team for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sesko and I have been around for a while.
Season 13, I think, was our first.
Season 13 was our first little tryst. And then he played with me all of last season, I believe. Or at least most of it, after his first drink of the coffee, the invite coffee.
The tendonitis. I didn't tell people about that. We won't go into detail. I had acute tendonitis.
Oh, no.
Sesko was kind of... Yeah, he had problems with his arm. And so he couldn't play at that invite level, so I got him for a little bit down in my IM hovel.
So Sesko, what's it like going to your doctor and trying to explain to him that, what MGE is and why your hand is broken?
First off,
it's like, listen, MGE. Doc, there's this thing.
Well, okay, I was being ambitious this week, and I was like, I'm gonna work out every day, all day, do as many push-ups as twice my desk, blah, blah, blah. Try to get really beefy, and then I'm like, why is my whole arm bruised? And we found out that it's acute tendonitis. So.
Oh, man. Well, sorry about that.
Well, it's better now, so we're okay.
All right, man. Good. And so, that's the end of my questions here, unless you have anything else, Marxist.
I got two.
We could talk forever, so...
I've got two questions to keep the...
So, for the viewers at home, we just got a mumble message that says, Mela, come down here when you're done with your shit. Jake needs you. But it was said...
Shout out to Babe.
But it was said in this text-to-speech horrible voice that made it just hilarious. All right,
it made it wonderful for us. So, all right, two things. What, either Sesko or Mela, whichever prefers to answer. I'd like to give it to Mela since he hasn't talked that much, but what do you think was the deciding factor in that match? What was the essence that made you guys superior to We Love Anime on this night, on this map?
If you're not gonna say it, I'm gonna say it, so you better say it.
What? You say it. I don't know.
Dora the Explorer.
Oh, it was a gross combination of Dora the Explorer, and we won a lot of mids. I think we won most of the mids, and I don't know. I think our flank play was a bit superior in that game.
All right, so there. Good. I'm pleased with that answer. It felt good. It felt like your guys' pacing was a lot more on point, except for one little mishap where you went into last a little too. It felt like you guys got a little too ambitious there, but it could have worked. But most of the time, you guys were, when you needed to go fast, you went fast. When you needed to be cautious, you were cautious, and it felt like that burnt We Love Anime a couple times, where they either were too slow or too fast. You guys felt like you were a lot more even keel when you needed to be, at least in my opinion. And then. You'll get this probably a lot, but Lan, what are you guys thinking about that yet? Super confident yet? Got the secret strats yet? I asked you about secret strats the last time I invented you. Or interviewed you. Yeah, I asked you. Secret land strats. Have you got them yet?
Can we just make them up and say that we do?
Well, everybody's got to have that
Dora the
secret thing.
Explorer
Antonio Banderas.
and Antonio the Banderas will be our supporters. Shoutouts to Nasonex.
For the viewers at home, I have no idea what's going on right
That's
now.
fine. That's
I'm just as lost as you.
That's
Don't
what's going to
feel
give
bad.
them the edge, so that they can be that third seed that surprises everyone, and do their thing. Because I think you guys, I think you guys are in the running for solidly third right now, especially after you've beaten We Love Anime.
We
So I
would
think
like an
you
upset. I mean, everyone likes an upset.
Yeah, you could get that.
But you're going to
It's
see a lot
happened
more
before.
streaming from probably Alpha, Mela, and I, and whoever else. I know Smack has got a stream, so whenever he wants to boot it up, he'll probably start streaming some more.
Wow, and you'll be able to find those streams on TFTV. So unless
Nice segue.
hopefully. So unless you've got any more comments and questions, I think we'll wrap it up here, Shwan.
Yeah, no, I'm all good.
Do we get shout-outs?
Yeah,
We
sure.
need to shout out
Okay.
Dash
Yeah,
first.
because we forgot to give him a shout-out when Sesko and I casted last week or the week before, and I felt really bad because no one ever
We
shouts
felt
him
really
out. But
bad.
he streams almost every game, so thank you very much for streaming,
Thank
Dash.
you, Dash.
Well, I was
And-
just about to thank Dash too, but yeah, you guys can go on to
I
your
owed him
usual shout-outs.
I owe Dash one. And I guess a shout out to my team, shout out to Pascalpha, shout out to Bear Force One, shout out to Shwan. I've been
Hey, man.
watching so many Bear Force One demos, dude. We played every night apparently.
Yeah, we played a lot. You guys had Grieve, right?
Yeah.
As that team? Alright, good. Go ahead.
And shout out to actually that's it. Oh, and BPM. Boom. There you go.
I'm gonna one up you and say shout out to Badansky, Decimate, Smerka, Mela, Alpha, Antonio Banderas, Marxist, Shwan, Swiper No Swiping, and my mom and dad.
Nice.
Excellent.
And Pharaoh. Get put in the tomb.
Oh well, you gotta get put in the tomb. Rip season 13.
Press your luck and no whammies. Oh yeah, we were talking about that too.
You're killing me, Sesko. You're killing me.
Oh my god.
So in any case, this has been Marxist, along with the illustrious Shwan, and he's back now. So so I hope you enjoyed the cast. Thank you for watching, and shout outs again to Dash. So have a good night and take care, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.